We started off the show with highlights from Friday night's action at Lernerville Speedway. Let's return to the track for the sprints and the sportsmen in action. Eric Williams in the 7 and 20 of Brian Ellenberger led the sprints to the green for this 25-lap event. Ellenberger would pace the early laps. Jack Soderman Jr. had a strong run all night. Here he passes the 0 of Andy McKisson for position. Ellenberger and Williams were about even all through the event. Here Williams leads at the line. As they head into turn 1, Ellenberger dives low. He slips up the track in turn 2 and goes off the backstretch, losing spots to the 9 of Kevin Schaefer and Soderman. However, Ellenberger would recover to close on Williams with 3 laps to go. Again, he tries the high side and makes it stick off of 2 to regain the lead. Brian Ellenberger would pull away to claim the victory. Well, Brian, you took 3 weeks off from racing. Good way to come back.
Yeah, you know, it's always nice to come back and get that win. And yeah, we've been out for a few weeks and, you know, kind of picked back up where we left off.
Looks like Williams kind of snookered you on that restart with 8 to go.
Yeah, I tell you, we really weren't that good tonight. I mean, the car was loose. We kind of got snookered a little bit by the track and also by Eric here. And you know, he got me, and I just kind of bided my time and waited for, you know, another opportunity to get by him. I think I dropped back to 3rd at one point even.
Yeah, it looks like you were determined to use that outside groove even though it bit you a couple of times.
Yeah, well, I knew that line those guys were using was eventually going to go away, and I knew the top groove was kind of the place to be. And to be honest with you, that was the only place I could even run. And you know, those restarts were killing me. It just seemed like it took forever for my tires to get heat in it. And fortunately, after we had that last caution, you know, it stayed green there for, it must have been about 8 laps. I think we had a caution on lap 17 and went caution free that last 8 laps. And you know, that kept enough heat in the tire that I got better and better there towards the end of the race and was able to sneak by him.
Well, it was a good show because Williams, Soderman, and yourself seemed fairly even, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. You know, and I was just trying to be patient. I knew lap traffic might come into play, and I typically get through lap traffic here pretty good. And I think that's what helped me get back past Jack Soderman, and then, you know, just eventually Eric leaving that top line open. And, you know, if he wouldn't have left that top line open, he would have went up top, ran my line. He probably would have been standing down here talking to you tonight.
Here's a quick look at the top 5 in the sprints. There's not much to talk about in the sportsman race. It was the Corey McPherson show. He led all 22 laps of the feature to pick up his 3rd win of the season. He was followed across the line by Mike Miller, Jim Fosnot, Rob Shook, and AJ Flick.
I'm sure you're looking forward to the special events at your favorite tracks for this upcoming Independence Day holiday. But until then, here are some events for this coming weekend. The TBRA late models will be in action on Friday at Motordrome Speedway. It will be the second of 4 100 lappers for the season. And on Saturday, the series will then make their debut at CMB Bank Raceway Park in Clearfield, which was formerly known as Central PA Speedway. It will mark the first race since the track returned to asphalt. Also, the Boss Wingless Sprints take to the big half mile at PPMS, and it will be round 2 of the late model Sportsman Showdown Series. Well, we've told you about the upcoming events. Now you know where. Perhaps we'll see you there. And I sure hope so, because it is so much fun. Please bring your family.
Yes, you can't beat a night out at the races. Well, that'll wrap things up for this week. Until next time, remember, if you want to contribute to the growth of our sport,
quite simply, support those who support racing.
This has been a production of WHVL Sports.